Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and this is today's card for you today. Look how pretty that card is. In fact, this card is straight out of the mini catalog, page 39 here. And when I saw this card, I thought, wow, that's really pretty, and I wanted to try to make it, so this is what I came up with. And just so you know, this is using the Polar Bear bundle here, and if you're not familiar, that right now it's celebration with Stampin' Up, and when you join during celebration, this is one of the dies or the bundles that you can get for free. It's a bundle you can get for free. So you can get the frosted gingerbread, the Christmas season, the Christmas to remember bundle. Now remember, I did this card with it. If you missed that video, you can go back on my YouTube or down here on Facebook and find it there too. But this is another bundle that you can get for free if you join during celebration. The whimsical trees, the peaceful deer. This is the card I did with the peaceful deer bundle. It's a punch bundle. It does the deers. Okay. And then what other bundles are on there? The little, or sweet little stockings. I don't have that one. The penguin place. This is a card I did with the penguin place. That's a punch bundle too that has the little penguins. But if you saw that video, they're all on my YouTube and here on Facebook. Let's see, Peaceful Cabin. That's this one. This is a great bundle. So you can get that one for free if you become a demonstrator. And then the Arctic Bears, which is, whoops, this one right here. And The Beauty of Tomorrow, Gorgeous Leaves, and Nature's Harvest. So like I said, if you become a demonstrator during the month of, during celebration, which ends September 30th, you can get everything else in the starter kits and a free bundle. And this is one of them. But let's go ahead and show you how to make my card. So the first thing we're going to start with is, this is Night of Navy cardstock. It's just a regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to just fold right there on that score line. And then we're going to put this snowy background on here. So I'm going to bring in a great big scratch paper here. And then I have just a regular clear block. And I have the craft refill. So when you get your white craft pad, it comes with an empty pad and a refill. So I'm going to just use the refill here and a couple little drops. Really, it doesn't take much. And it's a really thick, thick ink. But I'm going to put that on my block. And then with my water painters, and I'm going to take the medium one, I think this one. And he's all full of water. Now when you get our water painters, you'll notice that the top comes off the wrong way. So if you're having trouble with the lid, not that I know from experience or anything, but you got to make sure you twist the lid the wrong way to get it off. And that helps it not to twist off when you're using it. But I just filled mine with water, and I'm going to put a few drops here with my block of white and make it into kind of a runny mess here. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to just take this and kind of tap it with my finger. Let's get a little bit more. And now, depending on how thick or how thin, whoop, there we go. Now it's starting to look like snow. There we go. That starry, snowy night. Depending how hard you tap is how big of blocks or blobs you're going to get. Let's do one more over here. I'd like a couple big, there we go. And look how pretty now my blue, I want some more down here. Hang on, a little bit more down here, and then I think I'll be happy. I think I am happy now. Okay, so then this I will just take to the sink and rinse it with some clear water, or you could take a baby wipe and clean it off that way. But I'm going to put it way over here out of the way so I don't get my hands in it later. And then I'm going to take my card base here and lay it aside and let it dry, because sometimes that craft paper or craft ink, sorry, takes a long time to dry. Okay, so now we're all clear here before. So let's go on and get some more pieces and parts of our card. So just on a little piece of basic white here, I'm going to stamp that thinking of you. And did I show you the bundle? Maybe I should show you that. This is the stamp set but it has really nice sentiments on it. And this is the thinking of you. That's what we're going to use. And then the die set cut out these two bears here. It also has like a iceberg kind of thing here, a snowbank here, a moon, and another bear with the water and the snowbank, which we're going to use. But right now, let me, got ahead of myself. I'm going to just ink up my thinking of you. And now, because it's such fine lines here, I'm going to make sure my ink pad is really juicy, and I'm going to just barely set it on my paper, not apply any pressure. I don't want to smash that stamp at all, and look how nice that turned out. Okay, and I think that is all the stamping we're going to do. So let's do some die cutting now. Like I said, with this die set, we're going to use this little bear, this snowbank, iceberg, whichever it is, and this little swirl here, I'm going to call it. And then I am going to bring in this die set called the Beautiful Trees dies, and I'm going to use this just to cut out that thinking of you. So let's do a little bit of die cutting here. I'm going to bring in my little boss or little die cut machine and my plates here. So I'm going to use, of course, the number 1 and the number 2 clear cutting pad. I have a piece. Now this is the fancy silver foil that's in the mini catalog right now, and it's kind of on the pricey side, so I just use a little bit here and there, but it's going to make this card really pop. So I'm going to just lay that. Oops, let's get the little guy ready here. Oh, my die moved. Let me. Whoop. There, we put down the bridge. Okay. And then just run that. Let me give you a quick tip with your mini cut and emboss machine. If you're having trouble getting the cut and emboss machine to run through, or the dies to run through, you need to just stagger these cutting plates just a little bit. See how I've moved it so it's not all going together at the same time, and that makes it a lot easier when you run your plates through your machine. So if you're having trouble and it's not working for you, try to just stagger your plates. So there we go. So now we have that piece. Let's see if I can get him off my plate here without bending him. There we go. Then we're going to do the same thing. I have a piece here. Now this is our snowy white velvet paper, which is going to make that little bear and that snowbank. What was the other thing? Iceberg. I think it's an iceberg. Anyway, look really pretty on our card. Give it that touch of class. And lay that on there. Run that through. Okay, and then the last thing that we need to run through is my little thinking of you. Let's put him in there again. I might have to tape this with some washi tape because I want it to be straight. But let's see if I can run it through there. That looks a little crooked. There's that, maybe a little ha-ha trying to get that one straight on there. There, that looks pretty good. I can't decide if it looks good or not. I want it to, I'm going to just lay it down here, and I'm going to take a little piece of washi tape so I can get him perfectly straight now and have to question. Okay. This way I can hold it down there firm and get it to where it looks really good, and then my washi tape will hold it in place, and now there's no question as to whether it'll be straight or not. Okay, let's run him through there. Okay, now I think we have all of our little pieces and parts cut out. Oh, here, let's get our, oh no, there it's out. And look, if you can see too, it even has that little embossing on there. It's really a cool die. So there's that one. Here's our bear. And he's stuck in there. Let's get that white, that little bear. Okay, we'll just set those. I don't know where my die set went right now. And my little sentiment. There we go. So while that's still drying, because I have a feeling we're going to have to hit it with my heat gun anyway, let me show you some other pieces of cardstock that we're going to need. I have a strip here. This is 1 and 1/4, I think. Let me make sure. Although all the measurements are going to be on my blog, no, it's 1.5. So this is 1.5. This is balmy blue, and I'm not sure how wide it is, but I know it's at least 5.5 because we're going to attach that to the bottom of our card base. And then I have the inside of our card. This is just basic white 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And I have a itty bitty piece here of Blushing Bride. And now I believe, I know it's 2.5 and I believe it's 5 1/8 inch wide. But we're going to just adhere this little thinking of you to that. Now in the catalog they used a bit of ribbon, but that ribbon's on back order and I didn't have it, so I thought we'd just use a little bit of basic Blushing Bride cardstock. I like the little pink that adds a little touch of softness to the card. I plan to send this card to a friend of mine who lost her daughter to COVID, and I think this would be just right for her. So there we go. Now we have all of our pieces. Oh, one more thing we're going to use. Have you seen these yet? These are like the little doily snowflakes that are in the mini catalog, and they're very, very, I don't say fragile, but delicate. That's the word I'm looking for. And they come in a sheet like this. They have that iridescent. There we go. I'm not going to mess up the rest of my package. But I think you get like 24, and look how pretty those are. We're going to use that on our card. And then last, we're going to use these elegant faceted gems, which you know I love these. I use these all the time. Let's see if our card is dry. I think it is. I think it's all good. And yet, look, it has that just a light slatter or spatter. Splatter. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, let's go ahead and just take the inside of our card and go ahead and put it on the inside. Now, if this wasn't dry, I would just take my heat tool and hit it a little bit with some heat, and that would dry that ink right up. But I think we're good to go. I'm going to take this piece with a little bit of adhesive on the back, and then I'm going to, and darn, I wish I had my Stamparatus, I could put it, in fact, hold on a second, I'm going to grab it real quick here and show you how the Stamparatus, let me put my magnet back here, how you can use the Stamparatus to help line up your cardstock. So I have put it in here toward the corner. Yikes, just messed up. There we go, down here toward the corner. And then I can put this in the corner, and look how easy that is to get that perfectly lined up, just like that. Way easier to do it that way than try to fumble with it. Then with just a pair of paper snips, I'm going to snip that extra off. So really it should have been 5.5 by 1.5, but this way I know now that it's going to be perfect with my card. Okay, then let's go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this. I'm going to just use a little tiny daubs of the liquid glue because I certainly don't want any glue on the front of that really pretty silver part. So if you can see, I'm just putting little dots, and you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And I think I want it this way. And then I'm going to just kind of align it with the top of that little balmy blue piece. Kind of tap that down, hold it down, let that glue start to do its job. There we go. And then a little bit of glue, make sure I got the back, because that pretty iridescent on the front, and then just plain white on the back. So if you didn't want the iridescent, you could use the back, but I love that iridescent. I'm going to just lay that about there. And then some dimensionals on the back of my iceberg and my bear. So I'm going to use the standard dimensionals, just 3 across my iceberg. Ooh, we fit on there. And then let's use 1 standard dimensional here. And then I think I have, yeah, I have some little black mini dimensionals that I'll put right here on his head. So let's get those backs off. So while I'm doing this, I have to apologize. I've told you that Friday for my Facebook Live, I'm going to do Christmas cards, and I was really excited for last Friday to do my Christmas card, and then bada bing, bada boom, my internet goes out, so I wasn't able to get on there. So fear not, this Friday, hopefully if my internet cooperates, I will have that Christmas card for you this Friday. And I'm really excited. I think it's a really cute Christmas card. On the back of my sentiment here with those little dimensionals, I'm going to just put 3 across there. And get those off, and then just lay this right across there. I should have moved my bear down a little bit, but I think that looks okay. I think that looks pretty good. There you go. And then last, we need to find, where did I put those gems? Here they are. And I'm going to use these crystal clear ones here on this side, and I'm going to just toss a little one up here by my snowflake, and then maybe a large one. Where did it go? It went flying. Oh, here he is. He went flying somewhere, and they're crystal clear. You can't see him. Put that one right there, and then just another, got to have odd number. I'm going to put another one just down there. And there you go. So there's my card. So again, like I said, it was just straight out of the catalog. I thought it was a great card. If you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, you can be on my team. It's part of Creative Friends. Or if you have, your demonstrator, be sure and sign up with her, but you can ask all kinds of questions. So thanks for watching. If you need the measurements, again, they're going to be on my blog. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to get over there and get them on there. And if you ever need any product, you can find everything at my online store, kathyhouse.stampinup.net. But I'll put that in the description too. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.